Hello everyone, and welcome to my video about how to deal with your nerves. Now, this was a question that was asked to me through somebody that really wanted to know they're a developing medium and wanted to know how to deal with their nerves when they arise before they work. And it's very common that when you're working as a medium or wanting to practice your mediumship, that these nerves arise. When I go back into my mediumship development, when I began, it was always a struggle to overcome these nerves so that you could really do the best reading you could do. Now, if you're enjoying my questions, please give me a like. And if you're enjoying the answer that I give me a like. And do feel free to subscribe to my channel. It's great to have you here. So dealing with nerves and mediumship, because I know there's many people out there that really, give their readings to the best of their ability, but the heart will be going too fast and they'll be trying to get the information across, and yet they're not quite getting the information across how they'd like to do it because nerves are arising inside of themselves where they are really, feeling that adrenaline rush, and the heart is beating, dry mouth, and all these different things happening. So a good way to deal with nerves is if you're doing a platform demonstration, which is in front of a crowd of people, to have maybe a glass of water with you, and you can have a drink of a glass of water before you begin. And in doing so, it breaks the nerves. So having a glass of water with you, whether you're doing a private reading or whether you're doing a demonstration of mediumship, really does help to calm the nerves. It's just something that will just help bring you back to the here and now. Now, there are many techniques that you can use to get rid of your nerves. One is to empower yourself as much as you can before you work, because a lot of people, they don't have the confidence when they're working because of the nerves, or they might not be, but when they empower themselves, the more that you are feeling empowered, the less that you are feeling nervous. So nerves can be dissolved through empowering yourself and getting yourself ready in that way before you work. Another way of relieving your nerves is to ground yourself. So to imagine your feet on the ground, breathing through your feet. And it sounds funny breathing through your feet, but if your attention goes to your feet, it's not in your mind. So energy follows your attention. So if you keep your attention on your feet and you imagine that there are two holes in your feet and you're just breathing in and out fresh energy into the feet, then your attention goes there. It takes it away from the mind, takes it away from your worries, and it brings the energy downwards, which gives you more room. And it also shifts your consciousness, by the way, to the right level of consciousness where you can work much more easily, because we really want to be in an alpha state, in between the alpha and theta state, which will be achieved through doing the exercise of grounding, which I've just explained. Also, when you take your attention to your breathing, if you're breathing, when you're nervous, you'll notice you're breathing shallow. And if you're breathing shallow, it's good really to move that shallow breathing down to your solar plexus and just breathe from the stomach area. So you're breathing in and out just slowly from the stomach area. Now, if you do that, that will bring your nerves, calm you down, and bring you more centered so that you can do your reading of whatever you wanted to do in the right way, in an easier way. So just breathing in and out gently. And the more that you follow your breath, you can change your nervous reaction. So if you imagine when you're nervous, you're breathing shallow, then breathe deeper but lower from the belly, and you'll find that you'll change the way that you're reacting, or your nerves are reacting. You get them under control. Now, another way to deal with nerves, little tip that I'd use is to say something about yourself before you begin. So if you're doing a private sitting, say, "Oh, hi, I'm just a student practicing my mediumship. I'm glad you're here." what's your name? Oh, your name's this. My name is this, and I've been doing this for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, half a year. And you just say, I live in Germany, and you make a little bit of chit chat before you work. And at the same time as you're doing that, your attention is to the spirit world, to what you're doing within your mediumship. So you've got your attention there, and you're just building up the energy and power as you're talking. Take a drink of water, and you'll find that then after that, because you've been using words and you haven't been still, because a lot of things can happen when you're in the stillness and you've got someone looking at you like this, expecting you to give them an answer, and you're sitting there going, oh, I've got to do my best now. It can get nervous. But when you've talked to them and you've welcomed them and you've had a chat to them and you've been talking about what you do and yourself and that sort of thing, you've opened up communication. So you're talking through the nerves before you even begin your reading. So that's another good tip to use when you're using these nerves, is to talk a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself, and be happy about introducing yourself, because that will calm your nerves as well. So really, it's good it's certainly a good thing to do. It's certainly good that you can do this to calm the nerves, because when you do calm the nerves and you get into because really what we do as mediums is pretty fantastic. What we do is we have to stay as calm as possible, and if we're standing in front of an audience of about 80 people to 100 people, maybe more, we've got to look as calm as possible. We've got to look as natural as possible. And yet our heart might be going like this. Our legs might feel like jelly. And the thing is to imagine that it's not that nerve-wracking, and to be as calm as possible, because the calmer you are, the more information you're going to receive from the spirit world. So the calmer that you can be, the more information that's going to come through, because when your mind is in calmness, then you are more in that alpha state. And when you're in the alpha state, you have a better communication with the spirit world. And that's something that's that we all like to have, is a really good communication with the spirit world. And we wanted to do it all to the best of our ability. So things to remember: have a glass of water, make sure you introduce yourself, watch where your breathing is, and breathe lower and relaxed. And when you move your breathing to that space, you'll find that will calm you down. Sitting in the power beforehand, getting yourself empowered, is really going to help you. And all the other things I've mentioned, just when you think about it, it's the complete package. The best place you can put yourself, the more comfortable you can be. If you've got a comfortable chair, you'll be more relaxed. So the more comfortable you make yourself. Some people like to go through a whole ritual, dress up, put on good clothes. I do when I'm doing a demonstration. So there'll be the getting ready. And getting ready is moving towards that point where you're going to demonstrate, or working towards that point that you're going to do the private reading. So you're getting your work clothes on half an hour, maybe an hour before you go, and you're getting ready. So your energy is already changing. You're already getting focused. And another really good thing to do is to remember the best mediumship contact that you did before. And if you remember that, what happens is you go in with that enthusiasm that you could do a good work for the spirit world. So I hope all these tips help you with your nerves this week. This question, like I said, was asked through somebody that wanted to know the answers to how do you deal with nerves. Another thing is nerves can be built up for being too serious. So if you don't take yourself too seriously, and you can laugh at yourself, if you say a word that's wrong, I know I do some now and again in my YouTube videos and think, oh, that was silly. But if you laugh at yourself, you make it less serious for yourself. And in that way, you can then open up to much more information. So if you're enjoying the question, give me a like. And if you're enjoying the YouTube channel, please subscribe, because every week I put on a video for you guys to help you with your spiritual and mediumship development. And I'm looking forward to meeting you, and some of you maybe online, in my new online course that's just started. So thank you very much for today, and see you again next week.